Good evening, I'm Daniel. When McKenzie is off tonight, new at 5, a Lee County renewable energy facility announced they've begun the process of restarting production after closing earlier this year. Siemens Gamesa Renewable Energy laid off more than 175 people in May. Now, that company says it's ready to launch operations in Fort Madison again, and they're looking to rehire some of those former employees and also add some new positions. Fort Madison's mayor, Matt Moorfeld, says the plant was closed due to economic and supply chain issues.
They only build their blades off of orders that are placed. And so when those orders dropped off, for different reasons, some are the energy bill and some are economic indicators, and for whatever reason, and so with the orders not in place, they had to hibernate the plant, and then as the orders came in, they came back online.
And a spokesperson for Siemens Gamesa says the passing of the Inflation Reduction Act, which included investments in energy production, has also allowed the facility to rehire employees. If you were previously employed by Siemens Gamesa or you're interested in working there, just head to our website, WGEM.com, to find out how you can apply.